So to begin my response to James Alsup's video of how DACA hurts Americans, I first just want to analyze just the opening images that he gives of some young immigrants and some other individuals who seem to be using some profane language towards those who want to end DACA and those who are in support of the Trump administration. And so I just think that this is an attack on the character of individuals. It's an ad hominem fallacy, which is really just going after the character of these individuals instead of looking at it from a political and legal stance. Instead, he decides to deteriorate who these people are and make an image for the watcher or the viewer that kind of subjects them to feel less sympathetic to the movement to support DACA. So for time purposes and for the ability to respond to this effectively, I'm only going to discuss the first two arguments made in his video. The first one being that not all DACA recipients are children, and that that was the intent of the bill. And his point that this was the intent of the bill is actually not true. He is correct that this is not that not all DACA recipients are children, but that wasn't the intent of the bill when it was created in the first place. And so even though the media may make it seem like that was the intent of the bill, in fact, the bill was made for children and individuals who came here as children illegally because of their parents and their situation. So the bill was never meant to only protect children. The bill was meant to protect people who were in America illegally by nature of the situation when they came here with their family. He goes on to say that these are people that are up to the ages of 36 or 37 years old, which is completely true, but these people nonetheless are not citizens of the US or of their home country. So when he responds saying that these people should be able to just go home because they're adults and things of this nature, it just seems like an attack on somebody's ability to do something in a very difficult situation, when in reality their citizenship in both countries is invalid. So the Obama administration in 2012 made a speech regarding this, not that this would be a permanent solution for just children, but that this would be a temporary solution for many, many people in the US who are in this kind of bind in between the citizenship here in the US and the citizenship in their home countries. This was just an opportunity and a temporary solution to give these people who were forced to come here as children by their families and by their situations a chance to get an education and to work and be a part of our economy. Going forward, his second point that Americans are losing jobs because of immigrants protected by DACA is actually incredibly unrealistic. So even though the points that he makes about immigrants taking the jobs of Americans are valid in real statistics, they're the statistics of immigrants taking the jobs of Americans, not those protected by DACA. And I think a lot of times these conversations become convoluted because of the fact that we are interchanging the words immigrants and DACA recipients, and they're not the same thing. So yes, we have millions and millions of immigrants in the US, but there are not millions and millions of people protected by DACA, and you have to question where the line is between the two. DACA recipients are not the ones taking these jobs most of the time. And in fact, they're actually still taking jobs that are still very low wages as they tend to continue their education and be able to step into the economy. When they step into the economy, they're actually boosting our GDP by millions of dollars each